What's up, sake? You know,
Hey, what you
you
doing?
can. No, you already know I'm on my bullshit right now. You already know it. You already know it. So right now, look at your brother. I need you to look at your brother. Has your brother ever been a fake nigga that anything that I've ever said once I couldn't say again?
Nah, not to my notes.
Have I ever been a motherfucker that would bring? Oh, there go my nigga right there. Oh, sit your
Well,
ass back there. I make note. Sit your ass
I
back
gotta
there.
get I gotta
Got your
get the
penis
lighting
all in front of the
right.
screen. Get your penis off the screen, nigga.
Let me get the lighting right. Let me get the lighting right.
I'm with you, bro. Hold on, let me get my shit right. Let me get my shit right. I know in a minute.
Get my
What's
lighting
up?
right. Oh shit. Psycho.
Hey, boo.
How you doing?
I'm
What's good?
good. I can't hang
Oh,
with y'all for a long time today. Baby girl leaves for school in the morning.
oh
Bro.
yeah.
I know.
Yes,
Look, bro. Look at me, bro. Bro, you looking at me?
I'm looking
he's
at you,
having a
bro.
moment. He's having a moment.
I'm gonna ask you one question, dog.
What it do, bro?
Should the dog come out or should I just be cool?
Let it loose. Fuck it. Shit. Ooh, let the dogs out. Fuck it.
Roo,
Ooh.
roo, roo, roo. Look, G.
I ain't got
I'm
time for
telling you.
y'all.
Listen, this all I'm gonna say.
I
I'm
ain't
gonna
did
tell
nothing,
you this.
Psycho.
I'm gonna tell you this in the dope. It's a difference when you fucking with a poodle that might bark a lot and he might bite a little bit. He might have a couple of snitches and stitches. It's a whole different thing when a bull mastiff or a pit bull
Cane Corso.
cane
Somebody catch
corso
hold to
grab your
that
ass.
ass.
Look, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. And I wasn't even a part of it, G. Look here, G.
Mm, 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 mm. Man, I just hit
Look
that
here.
thing they call a funny bone, and ain't shit funny about hitting that
Nigga,
motherfucker.
that's how I
Swear to
feel right
God.
now. That's how I feel about life right now, G. Niggas have hit my funny bone, G. And
Mm-mm.
I wasn't even in the mood for that shit, G. I was not in the mood for a nigga to hit the funny bone. I be telling niggas like it's a difference when I drink on the show and I'm just drinking. And it's a difference when I'm drinking on the show when I feel a particular type of way.
You feeling some type of way, bro? Cause you all in the motherfucking camera.
Bro,
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying
feeling
to
some type of way.
I'm trying to tell you, G, like, listen, bro. The reason I feel some particular type of way, because I'm trying to figure out who is who. Like, think about what I'm saying, G. It's a difference when like when you get in a situation and you know you did some shit wrong and you be like, oh, I know I did that shit. But when you know you ain't did some shit and your name is some shit and you be like, how my fucking name getting this?
Yeah.
Say to me. Talk to me, Jesus. Let the Lord speak to
Hey,
me.
man.
Let the
You
Lord
gotta
use you
clear.
in the most mighty of ways.
I'm
If
gonna tell you, it's always some foolishness when you get to dealing with too many folk who think they know your business,
Man, listen, I'm about to say something.
or think they know something that nobody else knows.
Listen. I feel like I should say this shit because I'm a public figure. And even though I'm not a major public figure, I recognize that people are speaking on my name. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Seiko, look at me, because I know you can understand this. And I say this to Seiko more than I say this to you, Big Note. A nigga cannot have an experience with you, right? A personal experience with you, right? And not be able to know who you are, right? If they have a personal experience with you,
Yeah.
they can't fuck with you and say they don't know who you are, right? Do you feel differently when your name comes up amongst people that don't know you in that essence, and they put you in certain shit that you should have no conversation with? And bro, Big Note,
Yo.
I don't know if you remember, about 2 months ago, we had a conversation about one particular person. Gee, this is the same fucking person whose name is involved in this shit. That if you think about the people that I know, the people that you know, and how we rock and how we talk, and certain conversations that we've had, you know what I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah, I think I got an idea.
Yeah.
I think I got an idea.
You
Shit.
need to leave the
And when the
silly ass
shit came
stigma
up, look,
alone.
look, G, and
I
when
just be the voice. I
the
just be the
person
voice of
that
reason,
knows you,
Psycho.
look, G, look, this is the crazy part. When the person that knows you can say, prime example, no, you know me, Seiko, you know me, right? So it could be certain shit somebody could say Russ would do, and you might be like, yeah, he do that shit. But then there's certain shit that you hear about. Wouldn't it be questionable?
Yeah.
Because you know me so much. Like we've had fights, we've had arguments. See, this is the difference. People that don't know you have never went through that, having a fight with you, a disagreement with you, and still getting past that shit and still forming a bond with you, right?
Yeah.
We used to motherfuckers having a falling out, and then they create a narrative about you and speak on that shit. Or we get people that don't know you and speak on a narrative, and they bring that shit to fruition. And you be like, yo, G, at the end of the day, it's me you talking to. I'm a bulldog. I'll attack anything that's in front of me. So if you bring it towards me, let's go. Like right now, came to me and said, Maseko, some bullshit about you. What do you think I'm gonna do? Do you think I'm gonna talk to Maseko on the side and then have conversations with Note on the side? No.
Hell no. You better not.
The type of nigga I am,
I done cussed everybody out.
no. Let's all get in the same conversation. And let me hear from y'all then, and then let me make my assumption. I should not be more confused after the conversation. I'm more confused after. I'm gonna give you. I'm all right. I'm gonna get this breakdown because I'm like I feel like people that know me, they should know I'm gonna talk about it already. And I'm gonna say this to anybody that's watching the show: please do not comment if you are not ready for the full comments that's gonna come back to you. You feel what I'm saying? So let me get this situation, bro. There was a woman that I did have sexual relationships with a time ago. Not that long ago, but a time ago. And in during that process, it did not work out between me and that person. There were no ill feelings, just didn't work out. Kept moving on. I met another person. Start talking to them. Never had sex with them, never hooked up with them, never did nothing. Moved on. Now, then one day, I get a conversation from somebody that I'm not having sex with, that I'm not talking to, that's telling me conversations about people that I have been with, or the people that I do know. Or look at my face, Maseko, people that are admins of the group. People that we look at as our level outside of the show. You know, what we're dealing with the show as people are meant to help build us, right? So I hear this conversation. Now listen to this. 3 people involved. One person I have had sex with, one person I haven't had sex with, that I was interested in, but never met up with, and somebody that I have never fucking known that's telling me about the first 2. That's talking about me. So I say, let's have a conversation. Let's chop it up. And the nigga that I am, that's why when you came into this live stream today, Seiko, you saw certain people in there because I was talking to the people that were involved. Because I was like, all right, fine, fuck it. Facebook, I can only talk to one person at a time. Messages and shit popping. I want to talk to everybody at the same time and hear what they're saying. I have never in my life, as a male, bro, look at me, Note. I need to look at Note dead in the face, bro. Bro,
What's up?
I'm gonna bring your face up on the camera, G, right now, because I need to look at your face in particular. Big Note.
That ain't me. Oh.
Nigga, I have
Yo.
never had a conversation as being a nigga. Now listen to what I'm saying. As being a nigga and ready to just say, well, fuck it, let's throw it out on the table. And heard so many other situations. Well, this is what it is. That's what it is. No, I'm talking about why the fuck is my name in certain situations. But I'm hearing all kind of shit from every other aspect. Nothing is confronting the aspect of why my name is in some shit that I never fucking did. Why I'm being claimed to be this whore ass nigga. Even though we talk about what we talk about on the show. Bro, we got 1,000 motherfuckers in the group. And I'm about to say some real shit. It may get me in trouble later in my real life. It's only 3 people that I've slept with out of 1,000 motherfuckers. And guess what? Out of that 3 people that I slept with, we went through the whole process of the group getting shut down, starting all over again. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here looking at a conversation when niggas is sitting up here talking about who I'm fucking, why I'm fucking. I've been called community dick, bro. And I got called community dick by somebody that I've never fucked. So how can you call me community dick? And the only person that you could say I'm community dick from is a motherfucker that has laid with me. And they didn't lay with me on no, let me beat that pussy shit up shit. They laid with me on some, come chill at the crib. That same person, come on, chick. Bro, am I fucked up, bro? Am I tripping?
I can't say you is. It's your name.
I
So
look,
shit.
I woke up, G, and I just looked at some shit and was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is y'all talking about? And niggas just start inboxing me like, yo, such and such said this about you. And I start, you know, a nigga like me, I do a little research. And then when you start reading shit that niggas typed about you, see, that's what fucked me up. If this would have been somebody, like if somebody would have came to me and said, Note said you was a bitch ass nigga. I might have felt some way, but I never would have brought it to Note unless it was some shit where I saw Note type that shit and said, Russ is a bitch ass nigga. So wouldn't you naturally feel a particular type of way when you look at somebody that you know, that you fuck with, you rock with? That's just like Maseko right now, calling me a bitch ass nigga. That's like Maseko saying, like, yo, Russ, you ain't no shit. You a bitch ass nigga. But you come on my show every fucking week. You rock with me every fucking week. Why the fuck are you fucking with a bitch ass nigga? Does that make sense to me? No. Does that make sense to you, bro? Talk to me.
Perfect
Let's go.
sense.
We dead on this shit tonight.
Makes
And I
perfect
know
sense.
niggas is watching this show right now with every interest involved in this show. And I pray, and I'm gonna tell you this: do not come into this conversation unless you're ready for the full conversation from not just me, but everybody else on the show. Go ahead.
Where we going? Oh, hey, hello, Miss Honey. How you, Harlem? Good evening, Miss Veronica. Y'all just popped in at the end of the year. Bro, wow.
Hey, check this out. Check this out.
this,
Whoa,
this,
whoa. And I'm gonna be
this,
on some bullshit. I'm gonna be on some bullshit. Veronica just said, "What's up? Good evening." Veronica, am I bullshitting? Because guess what? This is the craziest part. Everybody that I just talked to, Veronica wasn't on that conversation, but Veronica, am I bullshitting? Have niggas been talking against your boy and calling me community dick and have never laid in the bed
Hold
with
on,
me?
hold on, hold on.
Never been
Because
in. Look, whoa, 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 whoa. Call me community dick. Never been in the bed with me. Never fucked me. Doesn't even know what the. Don't even know what I smell like. Don't know what I feel like. Don't know what my lips feel like. Never touched me. But I'm community dick. Because, and this is the crazy part, because you are cool with somebody that I did fuck with, and it wasn't community dick. They got the dick. And I say that full purposely. They got the dick. Look, I'm gonna bring my face up real quick. Look at my face, G. They got the dick. I gave them full dick, and I didn't disrespect them with the dick, and I didn't treat them like a bitch that was getting the dick. But they talk about me like I'm community dick. I've never been responded to as community dick. What the fuck? It's community dick. Talk to me, babe.
I don't know. I come from a different place right now. I'm in a different place right now. Cause see, I'm one of those people. Oh, you gonna talk about me? Okay, cool. Oh, you heard so and so talk about me? Okay, cool. I'm gonna tell you what. You believe whatever the fuck you heard them say, and add some more shit to it, and keep it moving. Cause I ain't got time for it, and I'm gonna keep moving because I move in a place of peace, and I don't deal in bullshit. So all of this that you talk, I know.
And so
I
listen,
don't.
that's what lets me feel. Listen, that's the only thing that lets me feel like I'm in the right place. Because I told everybody that was on the phone, whether they were right, indifferent, or whatever the fuck stance they took to bring my name into a conversation. Yo, you fucking up with a nigga that don't mean no harm to you. And that if he would have fucked you, would you be having the same conversation? And then this is the crazy part. Mm, I'm not gonna even say that. I'm not gonna even say that. But listen, do not in the future say you fuck with somebody and talk against them, especially if you're over 30. If you're over 30, that's the time and place for that shit. When you get over 30, no, do you agree with me or disagree with me? When you over 30, do you have time to be wondering about who you with? Big no. Like,
I'm
think about what I'm
listening.
saying.
If I'm basing it on my own, I can't answer that one because at 30 on my own shit,
Okay, at 40,
I was,
at 40,
yeah,
because
like definitely at 40, yeah, definitely at 40, you should, it's just certain shit you should be.
at 40, shouldn't you know? Listen, at 40, shouldn't you know who you trust around you?
Definitely, definitely.
Listen, no, let me ask you a question. You done been in my Maseko, you can't answer this question, but you've been in my crib, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's just say one night kicked off and we got fucked up. Would you trust me if I said, nigga, go to sleep? Go ahead, I'm gonna pull out the couch, and then you go out here. I got my whole room back here. You go to sleep. Would you trust me?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna touch you. I have no physical attraction to you. You feel what I'm
I
saying?
hope the, I
You
hope the
you feel
fuck
what I'm
not.
saying? But you feel what I'm saying? There is nothing there. But if
Shit.
are you telling anybody else to come lay down and put their head on your on the couch, on the floor, anywhere in your house, and rock with you if you're not fucking with them?
Nah.
Like, think about that.
Yeah, you just
Why would
can't
you
do
even?
that.
Why would you even say you fuck with somebody if you don't? Why would you say you fuck with somebody else and then call somebody else on the phone and talk about that motherfucker? Listen, I'm gonna tell you. This next comment is so fucking real because this comes across in three different directions, and when I say that, understand this in the three different directions I'm about to say this. If you want to fuck with a nigga, let that nigga know you, nothing but you. Not how you would respond to another nigga or not. None of that shit. That nigga need to know you. You can't sit up here and play these games and then get a nigga into it. Man, y'all niggas got this game. I'm trying to tell y'all, I don't have Get It in the Streets on my arm. You know this is a different show tonight, bro. I don't got Get It in the Streets on my arm. Hold on. Get It in the Streets on my arm, and I ain't got all these tats on me for nothing, bro. That shit meant something to me when I got it, right?
Obviously.
You feel what
Or
I'm
you
saying?
wouldn't
When
have, or
I
you
was
wouldn't
right,
have got 'em.
when I sat there and said, type Get In the Streets on my arm, and I knew that would be a staple on my body. I knew what I was getting into. How the fuck do you not know who the fuck you getting into it with? When you playing the game. Especially when you pass 30. That's why a lot of y'all, man. We're gonna get into our first clip, bro. You ready for it?
Yep.
I'm waiting on Maseko to bring her ass back to the screen, but here we go.
My son is 11 years old, and when he turns 14, I'm thinking about getting him a vasectomy.
I 100% thought this was a joke. But then she went through video upon video upon video, finding justifications for this same situation. Even when somebody says a common misconception about vasectomies is that it's not reversible that easy. It's not that easily reversible. You know what I'm saying? And your kids may never have it reverted. She actually responded by saying, I have the video. Hold on.
If, let's say, the vasectomy isn't reversible, they can still go into the testicles and grab the healthy, viable sperm, so you can still have a baby.
And then somebody went as far as to ask her, does she hate men?
Yes, essentially I do hate men. I think they serve no purpose. Literally not one.
Inside of the comment section, people were like, who hurt you? What will bring you to this ultimatum? The baby's father. She was really sad and mad that men would have kids at such a young age and then abandon the mother. And I was like, that's a reasonable thing. But like, why would you do that to your son? Why would you get him to have a vasectomy if another man did something like that to you? Do you think your son would do that as well? Why wouldn't you raise him to be a better person? So after video on video on video on video, like there was a lot of videos. Hold up. And these are just the videos I saved of her justifying her points. Like there's a lot. And she goes deep in on men, her son, her parenting of other women, the parenting of daughters by other women. She was saying that other people just don't parent their kids very well and was very, very critical. So then other people just started going in and was like, yeah, you're probably nuts.
Probably, but I'm brave enough to think outside the box to find the solution to a problem where all you did was see that everybody was criticizing me and you joined in on the fun. You didn't give any suggestions to a solution that's better than the one that I provided. All you did was criticize mine. That shows that you're not that smart. So if I'm crazy for trying something new, then by all means, many of people who've been crazy, but at least I'm not stupid like the rest of the stupid people who are commenting.
There was actually a lot of people commenting about proper parenting, knowing boundaries, consent, knowing about talking to it. And she was like, well, just because somebody consents to having intercourse, they don't consent to the baby. And they're like, yes, that's completely correct. You don't have to have the baby at all. But then I thought about her.
Hey, can y'all hear the clip?
Yeah, I hear that nonsense.
Okay, what y'all think about the clip?
Can I, Maseko, just one time for the show? Can I say it? Can I say it, please?
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
That bitch is nuts. Man, look, I don't care how much she hate men or whatever, to subject your child to that.
At 14.
Your son. Because you've been, listen.
You and his daddy didn't get along.
Right. And you know what's crazy? I can't just completely knock her, because I gotta give her a tad bit of a okay, I feel where you coming from. And that's what she said. She was thinking outside of the box to try something, to come up with another solution. Okay, I give you that. But one more time, Seiko, I lied. One more time.
I nigga said I lied one more time.
But bitch, if you when we watched that at the end of the other what's name, I had so much going through my head, but between that time and now, so much shit that happened with that just remind, like, man, what in the hell? Like, okay, I get that, but what made you come up with that rationalization? Thinking outside the box, because when she thought about it, she was thinking in anger and in hate and despite for her baby daddy. That's why it came out like that.
The word is hurt. She spoke in hurt.
Yeah,
like it's a difference. Listen. Check it out. It's a difference between being hurt and angry. Like, think what I'm saying. You can be upset about something but not be hurt. It's a difference when you're hurt. When a nigga makes you go to sleep and feel differently when you go to bed, then as opposed to you feel a particular way during the day and you just go ahead about your shit. Come on, talk to me, Seiko.
Listen, she on so much bullshit. Ain't no way in hell. I mean,
Is that, wait a minute, time out. Is that Kimberly Summer talking about our show? And she should be on the show. Should she be on the show?
She already told you why she could not be present.
Yeah, but I want to see her naked on the show.
She would be on the stream. She told you.
Yeah, but I want to see naked redheads on the show right now. Okay, go ahead. Just finish it. Because if niggas gonna talk to me about like I'm an asshole, I'm gonna be a complete asshole from this point on.
Listen, I'm gonna need you not to be an asshole.
Y'all, nah, they have fucked all the way to complete.
Okay, listen.
I'm going to be a complete
ass. Listen to me. Your niece, we are leaving for school in the morning.
Hey, stop. You won the conversation.
So she done already said.
Stop. You won the conversation. My niece. Let me tell you something. Go ahead, Seiko. I'm gonna go get me a beer because my niece being brought up in this conversation changed my whole disposition about how I felt about this conversation. If I felt my niece would not be paying attention to the show, I'd probably be saying a whole lot of shit right now.
Yeah.
Like, suck my dick, you motherfuckers that want. Just saying.
Go get a beer. Go get a beer.
Suck my dick.
She upstairs right now. Go get a beer. Oh, Jesus. Anywho.
All right. Y'all go ahead and run that conversation. I got the next clip ready for you.
All right. So,
next we're going to fuck y'all up. I promise you.
I'm not. That was the stupidest shit ever. I mean, I understand when you and your the parent the biological of your children do not get along. I understand that. However, and whatever for whatever reason, so that one man made you decide to hate all men. Like what the hell? Or that one man because he decided to make the decision he did when he was younger. That meant all men were no good, including your child. So what does that say about your parenting? That you can't raise your child to be different? Okay, we're thinking outside the box. How about thinking outside the box to go ahead and make a move to raise your child to be a different individual rather than just automatically assuming that your child, just simply because they are a male, is going to follow in the footsteps of their father, of their, of the person who provided the sperm. I mean, I'm gonna need you to step up your game as a parent if that is the issue. Ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me just because somebody is a complete idiot, one is gonna make me hate an entire group of people. But that goes back to racism too. An entire group of people, but then I'm gonna sit up here and alter and permanently scar my child because
And
I
I
feel
would like
some
to
kind
know
of
how
way about their other parents.
I
Public
would like to
servant.
know how she going to answer. How are you going to explain that to him? Because I don't care. Even at 14, he may not. I don't know if she can explain the ramifications to him of what she's getting ready to do. So even if she does tell him that, and what do you do when that man turns 21 years old and realizes he can never have kids again, and then he decides that he wants to hate you for the rest of your natural born life? Ain't nothing you can do. You can't get mad. You can't say shit because you did that shit and that was just dead wrong. Dead wrong. Somebody should show. God will. God bless that she don't do that. That she don't get to do. Hopefully, his baby daddy saying this shit and woo woo woo, and they can hold this shit. Cause see, the bad part about it is somebody can show him this shit when he's old enough to understand. Somebody can show him the dumbass shit your mom was getting ready to do to you because she
Oh,
hated your dad.
And
well,
so Veronica says some children change religions when they're adults because they don't want to stick with their parents' decision. This is a totally bad decision that will affect that child for life.
I agree.
This ain't
I
putting
want
a light
every,
bill in this thing.
and
You know,
I want everybody to know tonight's name was tonight's title of the show is "Bitches Ain't Shit." Go ahead, continue. Big note. You know I'll be on my bullshit, bro. You know
Ooh-wee. Hey, listen.
you're
Seiko, while you
fucking with the
looking
title.
crazy, I didn't have nothing to do with that
You fuck.
title. that did that. I was with the pissing y'all off tonight, but I wasn't with that. That wasn't part of it. Bro on one
Yeah.
tonight. He
Well,
on one,
tonight's show is
goddamn. Ooh-wee.
well
Oh,
since
well,
since he brought that attention to this title, I want to just bring the title back. Bitches ain't shit.
did he put it on? Okay, well, all right.
Nigga, you know I type that shit. Don't you?
That's why I said, let me shut up.
Oh, you
Because then
already fucked
Seiko,
up. You're not really
Seiko
fucked
gonna
up.
top blame it on me
Nah.
and shit. Like,
Okay.
shit.
Seiko, the next clip I'm about to play for you. Now, I really want you to speak to me from the female aspect of watching this clip. And note, I want you to counteract this shit, only speaking from a male aspect. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I got my answer already.
Okay.
Bitches ain't shit.
I was about to say the same shit.
You see that? Oh shit. Okay, Seiko. That was it for real. I swear it was. That was it for real. That was impromptu. That was impromptu. I mean, that was just too easy to it was right there. I couldn't help it. Oh, she got the wine. Oh
Bitches ain't
shit.
shit. Hold on,
She got
bitches ain't
the
shit. All right, here we
she got
go.
the wine.
All right, here we go. Hey, listen, we're about to
I love
watch
you,
this next
Seiko.
clip. No, but I love Maseko too, but bitches ain't shit. She know it too. Here we go.
This is Karan. He fell in love with Cheryl.
I can't keep her hands off me. She get me aroused. I'm telling you, it happens so often. Lord, yo.
Stop. Their love started through TikTok, but many people were quick to judge their 37-year age gap.
They call her a zombie, the Walking Dead.
How can you date your grandma?
It got to a point, I was like, hey, they all think we're lying.
Yeah.
Can they prove to people that their love is the real deal?
Cheryl's pulling up now. Hey, baby.
Hey.
You look good. Come on.
Thank you.
My very first job, her son was my boss. She would always come up there and get food and speak to everyone there.
After 8 years of friendship, they found love through their mutual interest in TikTok.
When we first started making TikToks, we'd probably see each other once a week or twice a week. We opened up to each other, we got closer. I asked her out and I caught feelings first. She gave me this dream. I woke up and I was just aroused and I told her about it.
Stop.
We decided to make it into a relationship because we're both happy. The more affectionate of the two of us, I can't keep her hands off me. She get me aroused, I'm telling you, it happens so often. Lord, yo.
The couple became TikTok famous, with the likes of Snoop Dogg reposting them.
Snoop Dogg posting us was amazing. That was absolutely beautiful, like twice. Cried real tears. That really put the icing on the cake because that's when they started realizing in our town that we were a couple. And that's when hate came for real.
Onlookers have judged both Karan and Cheryl for their age gap relationship.
Between me and Cheryl, we have over 1 million followers together and 20 million likes. And we get like 10,000 hate comments a day. It's horrible. We can actually pull some up right now. He's trying to collect that insurance money. When you married the cast from The Walking Dead, don't be rough with her. You will break her bones. The most hateful stuff, it'd be like, they call her a zombie. You're dating a corpse, necrophiliac.
How can you date your grandma?
Do members of the public stare when you go outside?
Oh my God.
Yes.
I have 7 children and some of them are not with me right now because they're not behind me, but I'm not gonna let that interfere with my relationship. They're all grown. All I ask for them to do is stick by me.
All right, now this is the thing that I got towards that shit, G. When I was a younger nigga, I fucked with older women, right? But I never fucked with nobody that old. Well, I felt like if I decide to really pound the pussy, that I might paralyze that bitch for the night. If I decide to do some different shit, if my mind goes some other direction, let me just put this bitch outside the window and hang a leg outside this bitch, and then I might fuck around and kill that bitch.
She put that num on that nigga. She popped the motherfucking she popped them dentures out. She popped the dentures out on her ass.
Or is he a nigga? Or is he a nigga that has been because this what we didn't listen. This is the difference about the shit that we know and the shit that we growing up in, or the shit that we see now.
Right.
We grow up in the era of niggas have learned how to categorize, make money off of being that different person.
Okay. I see.
Dating that different person, and when you can bring that atmosphere, or that you feel what I'm saying. They can bring that to a degree where they can get so many views. And like when I watched that nigga kiss that motherfucker, and when she jumped on top, and she was
man. I thought when he picked the bitch up, I thought she was about to turn to dust.
I thought that bitch was gonna fall apart, G.
I thought you was just gonna crumble, man. It's
I
hey,
thought she was gonna fall
but
apart.
you know, I'm like Veronica though. Veronica say it ain't really the age difference for me. She just ain't cute. I'm telling you, she popped them dentures out on that nigga, man, and she don't bumped him, and he fell out. He lost it. He couldn't take. He couldn't live without her. he
I
couldn't. He couldn't live without her, nigga. That's what happened.
could you talk to me half face because we see half your face in the screen
And
right
it
now?
don't. And the half of that face look crazy to the motherfucker.
Yeah. Could you talk to us half face?
Yes, she did, Kim.
Maseko, your half
Listen,
face. You half face for the night. You
listen. To each their own. Shit, I don't know what to say to that. I mean, my dude is younger than me. I will say that. I don't that
Your
not
teeth
that
don't
much
come
younger.
out. Your teeth don't come out though.
They don't. They don't. They don't. They don't. They all still firmly planted.
You can't numb them up yet, but if he stick around long enough, I think he gonna want to try that. Hey, baby, why don't you pop them things that one time?
No,
I
no,
want to see what that feel like.
hey, guess what
no.
though? Guess what though? Is that the same shit that women feel when they get a nigga that ain't got no teeth and they be like, oh shit, that's a whole
Listen,
different
I
experience.
can't speak on that shit
I've
either.
heard that shit. I've heard that shit.
I
I got
can't speak on that shit either. 'Cause
all my
niggas
shit
like,
in, but
listen,
I've heard
Like
about niggas that ain't got no gummers eating that
them that
cuckoo.
like snagging two niggas too. Then fuck it
Yeah, I've
is what
heard
it is.
about that shit. That's why
I ain't
I'm
gonna
trying to
about to go
understand
eat
why
me.
second. Yeah,
Maybe I need to just go eat me a handful of candy. Maybe that's the way I get and start
nigga,
spitting these
keep your teeth in your
motherfuckers
mouth.
out.
Nigga, keep your teeth in your mouth. Nigga, keep your teeth in your
Start
mouth.
spitting.
Hold on to them as long as you can, nigga.
I'm already down 3 minutes anyway, so shit, I might as well spit these motherfuckers.
Hold them bitches as long as you can, my nigga. Hold them
Oh
bitches.
shit.
Come on, talk to me, Seiko. I'm about to go get a lighter. Come on, talk to me.
listen. I am one of those people. I make it an absolute point. I don't judge nobody. I don't yuck anybody's yum.
You was just in a nap?
That right there.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Listen to bang.
Will you stop being
I
listen?
mean,
No, but for real, I mean, if he may have some ulterior motives. I don't know. I don't know. I don't yuck anybody's yum. Everybody's got a different thing.
that
I
nigga
like
like
big
them.
dudes. He likes old women. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
He like them gums, I'm telling you. He let them gums
I
rubbing up
mean,
on that.
they do have a whole thing called the Velveteen Rabbit. That's
Yeah, I've had one, so I know what he's going through.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the balls to get on and kiss the bitch. I mean, the motherfucker in the mouth with no teeth. And no, I wasn't doing all that.
I'm just saying it's a real thing.
My toothpaste don't. My toothpaste wasn't. My toothpaste. I wasn't trying to taste that toothpaste no more. I'm good. Here, take that. She was slapping it. She was gumming that shit like cream of wheat.
I swear to God, hold on. I want to make this very clear. Cause I don't want niggas think I'm lying to them to suck shit. Y'all niggas got me crying over here. Straight tears is coming out my face. I can't even smoke my weed because y'all got me laughing so fucking hard. All right, well, check this out. No, you're gonna be the first person to respond to this next clip.
Say what, bro?
You're gonna be the first person I want to respond to this next clip.
Hold on.
This
Let
next.
me get some students' comments real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
So Veronica was like, "I'm sorry, it's not the age difference for me. It's the fact that she isn't cute." Queen says she doesn't have teeth. She put something on that youngster. Veronica says, "What they call that method when the women suck the dude without the teeth, honey? That is the Velveteen Rabbit." Queen said her damn gums vibrate. Oh Lord, I'm gonna need you to stop, Queen. Veronica says they did that in the movie with Samuel L. Jackson and Bernie Mac. Yeah, that Velveteen Rabbit. That's the whole thing. And Kimberly said it is an experience without them teeth.
I can't even fuck with
Listen,
this shit, G. Listen,
I
I'm just gonna tell y'all. I'm just gonna tell y'all this right now. I'm up for a lot of freaky shit, and I'm up.
okay.
No, I'm just telling you. I'm up for a lot of freaky shit, but I ain't hit that age yet where I want to get some headless head. Some toothless head. That's the best way I want to put it. No, you see, yeah. So do that again. Do it again. I saw that. Yeah, I want to see all that. I want to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Smile for me, baby. You don't want a motherfucker to smile for you, and then when they smile, it's like, hey.
Fuck it, she can have that motherfucker.
All right.
I'm trying to target practice straight through that motherfucker too.
All right. Now, Seiko, the next clip, you gonna tell us what
Psycho, why
you
you
feel
look at
about
me like that?
this next clip. We're gonna let Seiko start this shit off and tell us what she's thinking about this shit, and she'll lead the conversation for this next one. Let's go.
So I get a bunch of ladies asking me, Bree, what you do for your skin? What do you do to keep your skin looking so good, girl? Well, let me tell you what I do. Once a week, this right here, this is cocaine, okay? Not crack. So y'all bitches don't be calling goddamn Bobo and them to come bring you a motherfucking rock. This is not crack. This is how do you say it? Peruvian cocaine. That's what it is. So if you don't get your shit from a man with an accent, it ain't the real shit. It got to be cocaine. You make a little paste and you put it on there. And for you young bitches, don't worry. When it dries up, scrape it off and you can snort it later. So ladies, if you guys smoke, you have to be very careful because some of my eye paste has fell into my pre-roll before, okay? Now, on the upside, I had the best fucking night of my whole life. The downside is it could be habit forming. So it all depends on you if you want to.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. And obviously, motherfucking, and
So I gotta
obviously,
say
it's good
about
for
the
your
cocaine
face.
in the face.
Man,
What the fuck is you motherfuckers on tonight? Like, I ain't doing that, y'all just say I'm confused. I a whole fucking what the fuck?
hey, but Psycho, listen.
This is what females are doing. Listen, I'm trying to listen. This is what
Some of y'all
females
let
are
niggas
doing.
nut on your face and y'all tripping on a little cocaine.
Listen, we ain't doing that shit either. Listen.
Y'all let a nigga jizz all over your skin pores and shit. Y'all tripping on a little cocaine. Come on, man. It's just a little coke. Just a little coca powder. That's
You know
all it
what?
is.
You know what?
That nigga said it's just a little coke. Wait. Listen. I'm not trying to be funny. But that nigga said it's just a little coke. It's just a little coke. Come on.
Just a little coke
Now,
on your face.
you are a woman.
CNC, coke and cum.
Time out. I want to hear from the woman. Because that's why I asked for this shit to come from the woman. Is that what bitches is doing nowadays to be young?
Let me tell you something. You see this face?
Yeah, I see it.
This face is damn near 50.
Okay.
You want to see my daughter? My daughter looks like my damn twin. Okay?
Okay, you got
This
some
face
fresh
is
coca
damn near
leaves?
50.
No
Ain't
coca
no
leaves on your
fucking
face?
no. Hell no. The hell?
Hey, man. If it works for her, let the woman let her be great. Fuck it. Let her be great. She obviously she got the plug. He got that. She said you can't have no cut on that shit. It's got to be pure. She said if your nigga that you getting it from ain't got no accent, you fucking with the wrong dude.
All right, but listen, let me tell you something.
Get high.
Let me tell you this, G. And y'all hear me snorting right now because I just got through shaving my nose here, so I'm breathing shit that I wouldn't normally breathe. But if you are the type of bitch that needs a little cocaine in their nose, No, not cocaine in their nose, but cocaine under their face, just to keep your eyebrows and your shit lit. I don't need to fuck with you, bro. That's too much, bro. That habit to keep you looking good is costing too much. That bitch didn't say, listen to me, no. Listen to what I'm about to ask you. Did the bitch say I had crack on my face? Or did she say I had cocaine on my face? I want to
Well,
hear
she
from
couldn't have. Yeah, crack. She didn't had to have the pipe and burn some shit. She didn't know
you.
what the
Okay.
crack. It was cocaine. She made a paste. I want to know
So
what her
so
paste mixture was.
so this is my question to
Said you
you,
could
bro.
snort it later.
This is my
Yeah, and
question
then
to
she,
you.
Did
This
you
is my
add the
question to you, bro.
sedatives that you add to make
Who is
it
that?
taste?
Who the fuck is that talking to us in the background? That nigga might as
that's
well
my
get
little
on
brother.
camera. Well, tell
That's
that
my
nigga
little
come get
brother,
on the
man.
camera if he having whole conversations during the show.
Nah,
Tell
that
him,
nigga can't get
tell
on
him
the camera, man. It's too big over here, nigga. Enough room for me and him in this little corner, nigga.
all right, now check this out though. This is my
Hey, he
question
just
though.
go.
I'm just
They
saying,
can't,
nigga,
they
I hear
can't.
you in the background.
Hold
You
on,
coming
man.
through.
Hold on.
Absolutely
There the
blind.
nigga
All
go
right,
right there.
now
That's
this is
the
my
nigga
question,
right there.
bro. I'm
Oh,
asking
wait
the
a minute,
question
he's
to
kind of
bro.
cute.
I'm asking the question. Shut up. Put your whole shit down. Put your whole shit down. All
What
right.
you thought, Slicko? I ain't got no.
No.
We brothers around this
Hey, listen.
thing.
Tell your brother. Tell
Okay,
your
my
brother.
bad.
Hey, no. Tell your brother he ain't gonna come on my show and try to get him some pussy. No, nigga. Fuck that, nigga. This is G's up, hoes down. We run this shit around here. You understand what I'm saying? Look.
Hey man, look, you got
Now,
Seiko
this
looking
is
over
my
his
question though. Now, this is my
eyeballs
question
again.
though. No. Let me get back to my real shit. Let me get back to my real question.
What
Girl,
you
this
want?
dude can't say
How
that.
tall is he?
Now, let me get to my real question. God damn it. God,
Go ahead,
come on,
I'm
y'all.
listening to you, bro. Go ahead.
Like, G, if you met a bitch right now, and she didn't say she snorted cocaine, but she needed a certain amount of money to put cocaine on her face, would you fuck with her?
Nah, bitch, I'd rather the bitch couldn't come to me. I'm sorry, Seiko, but you can't come to me talking about she need a particular amount of money to get some cocaine, not to snort to put under her eye. Nah, bitch,
No,
you got to
listen.
snort
Did you
that.
hear
I
the
was
end? Did
trying
you
to
hear?
interrupt
Okay,
him.
wait a minute. This is the
Get
crazy
high.
part. Did you hear the end of the video? Because I might have stopped. She said, "But at the end of it, you can snort it too."
Straight
Did
up,
y'all see that part?
yeah. Yeah, I heard that. She shows said
So
that.
guess what? She ain't putting that
Said you
shit on
could.
her face. Listen, she ain't putting no cocaine on her face that she ain't snorting.
Hey, look, like I said, she gonna snort that shit. You not making no pace out of nothing. I done bought. I don't get high,
Okay.
but you're gonna get high.
Okay. Now
We about to have
listen.
a
Now listen what I'm
party.
about to tell you, bro. Listen what I'm about to tell you. The female that we just got to watching on that live, right,
Mm-hmm.
is what can be considered in this time, not our time, but the young niggas' time, to be a popping ass bitch,
Yeah,
to be a
she
high
popping.
valued ass bitch,
Yeah,
to be
she probably
somebody
like
that.
ecstasy pills in her booty too.
But listen, what I'm telling you, bro. When we was coming up, G. No, bro. I'm talking to you, bro. Listen to me.
I hear this nigga over here, though, man.
Hey,
I was
tell
about
your
to say,
brother to
right?
sit the fuck
You
down.
are.
Tell your brother we on a goddamn show. He cannot be having private conversations and deterring the show. God damn it, sit the fuck down and grab a microphone. Now, this is the
Oh
Pass him the
question I
mic,
shit.
got
it'll
for
be
you.
all right.
No, this is the question I got for you. And I got a question for you in the same aspect, Maseko. Because drugs are in a different avenue now. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas and bitches do drugs on a different level and playing field than we grew up and we understood drugs to be. Do we agree on that?
Okay.
Okay. Let's just say, Maseko. I'm gonna bring this shit to you, Maseko. You meet a young man, he's attractive. You go out and have a great dinner. You go, you get to the point where you say, "Let's go to the crib. Let's kick it." But this nigga just start laying lines out on the fucking table, sniffing them bitches.
Off your belly button.
No, fuck that. No, fuck off her belly button, G. He laid the shit right in between her fucking her coochie line. That line where if she shaved her shit, that's where it be. And he's just now she's not done coke. Seiko. How would you feel about having sex with that man just doing coke off of your body, just pour coke on your body in the middle of a sexual intercourse scene?
First of all, I'ma know that motherfucker long
You gonna
before we
get that
get to
coke
that
dick?
point.
Are you gonna get that coke
Nah,
dick?
listen, you ain't hearing me. Because again, I'm a little older, so I got some damn sense.
Right.
So I'm gonna get to know you long before we get to that bedroom. And I'm gonna know that you got a penchant for that shit long before we get to the bedroom. However, if we get to a point and you pull out a baggie on me, the first thing I'm gonna say to you is, my father is a United States Marshal.
Why you going to bring the police in it though? He just was trying to have a
You gonna
little
bring that
fun.
shit in my space? Yeah, I'm about to be well, I'm about to bring the police
All
in the
right.
door. All I got to do is press
Damn,
a button on my phone and you about to be raided, bruh.
Well, I don't fuck
damn.
with the
I don't fuck with Coke or the police.
police
Neither
like that.
one
I
of
don't
them
fuck with both.
motherfuckers. I don't
Check
fuck with
this
either
out.
one
Check
of
this
them.
out, bro. Hey, bro. I'm gonna ask Big No the question. Have you ever been in a situation where you hooked up with a motherfucker and then it was just y'all two at the end of the night and you saw her do some shit that Seiko,
Hey,
mute your line, baby. But have you ever been in a situation
I'd
where
have
you
let
met a
it, man.
female and she did some
Yeah.
wait a minute, whoa, bro. And she did some shit that you what the fuck, nigga? Will you tell your brother to calm the goddamn fuck down so I can? We on the air. We out. We doing a full fucking live stream. Yo, bro. Have you ever been with a fucking female and she fucked around and did a drug of choice that was for her that you sort of sat back and looked at like, what the fuck is going on at the moment?
Mm, I didn't look at it like that. She got my dick hard. I took the bag off and put it on my dick for her to snort it off. I used to be in the game like that, so that shit wasn't nothing new to me. So here, go ahead, get down. Yeah, I had. Now if she'd have pulled out a pipe and hit the crack, oh, I'd have probably judo
All
chopped her
right.
dead in her throat. Like,
I'm gonna
fuck.
I'm gonna tell you what fucked me up. Then check this out. When I was a young nigga, right? I'm fucking with a bitch, and the sex is good, right? But one night I come through, we fuck, and she said, "Hold on." She go to the door, like in my natural thought process, she going to get some weed or some shit, or get some shit. She comes back to the room. This bitch hit a whole fucking line in front of me. First time I ever seen a bitch that I fucked with hit a line. Not the first time I've ever seen somebody hit a line, but the first time I've ever seen a bitch that I'm fucking with hit a line, right? So in that instance, because I'm not gonna be a lie saying fuck that dumb fucker. But in that instance, I had that conversation with myself about like, yo, is this a motherfucker that I want to fuck with? Because I understood what dope was, because I pushed it. Never fucked with it, but I understood what it was. That in that instant turned her into one of the bras that's on the block that do this shit, that fuck around with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like my whole perception of what she did changed in an instance. Cause I was really fucking with Shorty before I knew what the fuck she did.
Yeah, I was a bit of an unstable creature in my young days when I was fucking with the game, so it wasn't too much, and I wasn't. Yeah, so I can't say that a motherfucker that I was fucking with like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm getting my light.
And
I still hear you.
yeah, I can't say so much as a person that I was fucking with like that did it, and it just bam in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I done dated women that fucked with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily. Once you do that, hey, that's what I'm saying. I smoke hella reefer. You know what I'm saying? I just now it's different. I mean, back then, I, I guess in a way it really wasn't different. I guess what I would say is that you know what I'm saying. The reason wouldn't have been that now my reasoning is that shit, I got a vice, so I can't judge nobody for having a vice. Back then, it was just a nigga really just didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I was in the game. I never fucked with it, but if that was the way you wanted to get down, get down. No, shit, do what you do. And all my niggas we was trifling like that. It was real shit, what it was. Any nigga that's in the game that ain't never hit a motherfucker, I ain't gonna sit and stunt. Niggas done hit things before, and they can lie and say they ain't, but niggas done did it.
Niggas done done it. Niggas done done it. Niggas done done that shit. Listen. This is one thing I'm gonna tell you. Now, I'm not saying every nigga that's in the street has done some fucked up shit. But if you fucked with the streets on that level, you've seen things and heard conversations and had people come at you in a different way than you feel what I'm saying, G? Like than an average bitch coming to holler at you. Bitch that want that package, gonna be ready to get down for whatever. All right, we're gonna get to the next scene. Here we go.
This is sort of cool. Scientists at the Pentagon are developing a microchip that can detect viruses in the blood, including COVID-19. The chip would be inserted just under the skin and alert the user if the coronavirus is present in their system. The military has not said.
I knew it was coming.
Has been deployed.
What you think about that, bro?
I really don't, bro. I mean, if that's what they own, that's what they own. All I know is I'm gonna die one day anyway. So shit. I got bigger fish to fry till they get me and get it in me, and whatever happen. I got other shit to do than to be worrying about these motherfuckers trying to come up with the greatest conspiracy since Jesus walked water. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. That's why I don't watch TV like that. I don't watch the news. I don't watch none of that shit. I get tired of hearing that shit.
Same.
Like,
I'm the conspiracy theorist.
yeah, like, come on, man. There's so many. I mean, do I trust these motherfuckers? No, I don't. But at the end of the day, there's been so many in my opinion, there's been so many opportunities for these motherfuckers to do something to us, and they haven't done, and it hasn't happened yet that we know of. It may have been, they may have already done something to us. The conspiracy to get rid of us ain't just came around in the new millennium. They've been trying to do this shit. You know, they've been trying to do this shit to us. They've been talking about this chip and doing this shit since way back when.
Since the 90s.
You know how many kids have been born?
No, I'm telling everybody, go read a book called Behold the Pale
Horse. Yeah.
They've been planning that was the first thing that talked to us about the whole fucking shit. And I read that book in 93.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But and then so even think of this though, bro. Think of it like this. So imagine how long it took them to get that information. So the actual act of it probably was well before 1990. It was just till 1990 when the motherfucker caught on and wrote about it.
No,
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It was 1993, 94 when we heard what somebody released the shit where they knew about they talk about
but ain't no telling how long that motherfucker.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
If you study Behold, if you listen, I'm gonna tell everybody this because the book is bigger than what we talking about, right? You read the whole book?
Motherfucker, like,
okay.
I ain't read the whole, but I read the paraphrase version that's still thick than a motherfucker.
Okay, and let me tell you, the introduction to that book starts off with the what do they call it? The editor or the people that push the book. What do you call it?
The epilogue.
You talking about the preface?
No, who like the company that edits the book, that pushes the book out. Who the publishers?
The editor of the publishing company.
Okay. The owner of the company, if you read that book, the very first pages that you read are not from the person that wrote the book, it's from the editor. And the very first pages of that book say, I've personally seen this guy go through this. I know his wife. I've seen people try to kill him. I know, blah, 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 blah. So then after you read that, then you go to his introduction. Then you go into what the book is. The book covers alien espionage. The book covers the government. The book covers gays and lesbians. The book covers racial profiling as what we know it to be now, because it wasn't called racial profiling back then. Because that's the whole thing about when they talked about by a certain year, a certain amount of people must die. You remember that reading that part about that in the book, bro? Now, fast forward that shit to right now. Fast forward that shit to the coronavirus. Fast forward that shit to how they've already passed a nigga just dying. A nigga that had cancer, a nigga that had this. Everything is being read as corona right now. Because they're trying to do a number assessment. That's my personal belief. And my personal belief comes from reading shit years ago. Seiko, what you think about that?
Okay. Like I said, the only reason I'm just like, okay, one, I don't get into conspiracy theories. I don't get into. I'm gonna be very, very honest. I don't get into all of that. I know the book that you're referring to. I have read a great deal of that particular book. Um,
Okay, what did you feel about reading that particular book? Let's talk
it
about
brought
that
up some
particular
very
book
valid points. It brought up some things that we are seeing play
right
out in
now.
today's society.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, so did the book by Nostradamus. Um,
Just
again,
because
I
it
don't
was
get into conspiracy
foretold,
theories. Huh?
just because it was foretold does not mean that it's true.
Absolutely. But again, I'm just like, I know in a lot of regards, we're gonna go one way or another. I'm here to live my life the best way that I can, to leave the biggest impact on those that I love, and whatever else is whatever else. I don't watch the news. I work in the medical field. So all that stuff that they're talking about right now, all of that stuff, I won't say I hear it, I see it come through our emails daily and then delete it. Not because I wish to be ignorant, but because it doesn't matter what this person over here has to say, this person over here has something that's going to refute it. It doesn't matter what this person over here claims is to be the gospel, claims to be this is what was foretold, claims to be this is what I've seen in personal files. There's somebody over here who's going to refute it. So the only thing that I can do is live my life to the best of my ability and to leave the most favorable impact on those who are a part of my life and those whose life I affect. Beyond that, that's like that. Like I said, the whole thing. Where earlier I'm like, okay, Do you directly affect my life? Yes, no. If the answer is no, then fuck you.
All right,
I don't even
I
care
need
what
you
you got to say.
do me a favor. Read the comments from Kim Sum Sum, Miss Summy Sum, something in my
Okay, so
face.
Queen first said I was told I could not smoke weed or cigarettes, but he could drink himself into a coma. So I told him that he doesn't control me and I don't control him. We all have vices that either we deal with or we don't. 1865, when they freed slaves and beyond. And then she said they just did a numbers thing stating whites are on the decline. So they are panicking like crazy about becoming extinct or outnumbered. Well, stay
Big
on your
no.
side of the line.
Respond to the same conversation.
Stay on your
I
side of the
mean,
line.
that's the what Kim just said is the biggest thing, is what it is for me. If it's a population control, we aren't the only people in this population. So why do we always take shit oh, they out to get man, everybody is dying from this shit. This shit ain't got no color, no creed, no ethnicity, none of that shit. If you catch it, you fucked up. So
Well,
that's why I don't get into
this is
all
why
that shit. Like,
this is why I disagree with that one fact, bro. Because if we're talking about, it's a difference if we're talking about something that is natural that comes to the earth, right? And people get sick, right? But if just by assumption and just by following what COVID is, COVID was a man-made disease, right? Do you agree with me on that?
I don't see what they got to do because it's still killing
No,
everybody,
no.
regardless of who
No,
man.
listen, no.
That's
This
my
is what I'm
point.
saying, though. This is what I'm saying, though. There's a difference between you catching pneumonia and a difference between you catching something that I pushed out here for people to catch. I'm tying this back into that New World Order, that New World Order system. A certain amount of people must die
I
by a certain
understand
amount.
all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's still
So,
white people dying from it, Mexican
but
people dying from it.
but
Everybody's still dying from it.
listen. Yeah, that would be the
The same way
in
they did
this
with
day and time.
cocaine. They didn't
No,
think they
but
white people was gonna get it. What happened? They got
exactly,
it.
but this is what's going on in this particular time. It's not like they pushing cocaine. It's not like they pushing some shit that In the earlier days when they were pushing certain dopes and shit, they did not know really the full effect of what it would do all the way across the board, even though they knew it would damage. You feel what I'm saying? The shit that I feel that they put out here now is some shit that they know that fits that whole conversation of by the year of a certain amount of red, white, yellow, blacks. Because if you study Behold a Pale Horse, and it didn't focus on the black community, it didn't focus on the yellow community. It said a certain amount of a certain amount of brown people, red people, yellow people, black people, and it also said white people, but it also identified the white people as being the lower class of the white community. Because like that's the thing that got me about studying that book. It did not say that we're not fucking with the whole system. It was saying that we're fucking with a particular part of the system. We're fucking with the lower class. We're getting rid of the Negroes. We're getting rid of you feel what I'm saying? So that was the difference from what I saw that to be. That's just to say, well, we're throwing some shit out here to get everybody fucked up and just to control the numbers. Because guess what? I live in Tinley Park. The numbers that are in Tinley Park from niggas that got sick and the niggas that the street are a different number. So if I look at that and say, well, how y'all passing that shit out? Niggas that live right down the street ain't getting that shit. They got a dip, and then this is another thing that fucked me up because I noticed the policing that they had going through that during that time. They was like, don't come past here. Like, if you came past, they presented that atmosphere. If you come past here, this is a police area. But they didn't present that shit, which was right across the bridge. You feel what I'm saying? I could go across the same bridge, get off going east, and not see what I was dealing with going west. Now, what was the difference between me going east and west? What was the community that was over in the east, and what was the community that was over towards the west? To me, there was a difference. Come on, talk to me.
Let Queen in before she disowns all of us.
Where's she at? Is she?
She
I don't
said
see
she's
her
been on
on.
hold for over 10 minutes.
I'm
She
looking
said
at
they
the.
just did a numbers thing stating whites are on the decline. So yeah, okay. So then she said she's been on hold for 10 minutes. Damn it.
Listen. We don't have. Listen. If she's calling the phone, the people that are online, nobody is online. So if she wants to come in,
Oh.
click
That was
the right shit.
about 20 minutes ago though. That's probably why.
Yeah.
It was
So
originally
yeah.
said that blacks can't get it, and then blacks were the biggest number dying. Then the shit mutated and messed up the plan. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, whatever they do, it's just like they always do. Whatever they think they know what they do, and they fuck up a whole lot of shit. And at the end of the day, we still got to deal with it. That's what I be on. So I'm not worried about, you know what I'm saying? I went and got vaccinated. No, I didn't want to, but I didn't want to because of no conspiracy theory. I didn't want to because I'm scared of the motherfucking needles. That's why I didn't want to go. Then, let alone had to go get that motherfucker twice. Nah, I didn't like that shit at all. You know what I'm saying? I wanted the Johnson & Johnson. Shoot me one time, leave me the fuck alone. But then motherfuckers started getting blood clots. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna have to man up, nut up, and take these 2 shots. Plus, I'm around my mama, my daddy, and anybody that know the situations with them. It is what it is. If it's gonna be me, if I got to die from a fucked up vaccine in order for them to live, then that's just what it is. Fuck it. I ain't worried about none of that shit right now. I'm trying to get paid and enjoy some of this money I can before whatever the fuck they trying to do, they make it happen.
Or check this out, Kim. If you want to come in the line, I don't see you online. I've been watching the whole show the whole time. I have not seen your face pop up on the screen. 7 p.m. Central every time. We on air every time. We don't have this conversation. But yo,
yeah, she trying to call. She ain't on the computer.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all see the phone number on the screen?
I'm just saying. She said she.
Nah, I'm just saying this.
No, we don't. But at the end of the day, she said she tried to call. So that's not.
I get that. I get that. But
it's not us.
I get that. But I don't have the phone number on the screen because I don't have the phone line open.
Well, I mean, bro, you should. Why are you bringing that to our attention? She's the one saying she tried to call in. We don't know what y'all got going on. That's all.
I'm talking to her. I'm letting her know. Like you can't
like,
get in.
Y'all see the number on the screen? Like, what that got to do with us? We ain't trying to call in. See it? That's her. No, I don't see no number, but that's her trying to call in. I don't know where the fuck she got the number from then.
All I needed you to do is agree with me, G. I'm just saying that the number's not on the screen. We don't have the phone. This nigga is wild. Let's say, G. I'm going to the next clip, bro. This nigga.
No, dude. No, stop it!
Hey!
You said no, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming down.
What? No, wait there. Coming up.
No, I'm coming down. Okay.
What is it? No, I'm just curious. Do you know the owner of the car that is downstairs?
No. I mean, maybe the neighbors have like some.
No, I mean, I just haven't seen the car before here.
So, you going for lunch?
Why are you just getting some men's skirt?
No. Men's skirt?
Something wrong.
No, the new one. You don't like it? It's new. It's bought yesterday.
It's new, so now you like to smell as a man?
No, it's recent. I thought you like it. Come on, let's go for lunch.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, wanted to speak with you. Like, I feel that there is a game in here. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable. That car.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Actually, you're replying me that you don't know who is the owner, but it's the second time that I see that car downstairs. What the fuck? Why did they this mess? You know?
I was just doing nothing, checking, you know. Wanted to try you up now. So,
Well, I'm checking because it's enough. I mean, obviously I know that something is going on.
What's wrong with you? You're crazy.
Yeah.
You're honestly crazy. So come on, let's go to lunch and so hungry, please. What's wrong?
I'm just checking around here things.
Why? I was just cleaning everything, saying, what's wrong with you, honestly?
There is everything wrong here.
Nothing is wrong. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Come on. I'm so hungry. Let's go.
Wait a second. Don't speak to me. I'm actually like looking for some. What the?
I don't know.
So is that yours? So your perfume is new, your wallet is new,
That's not mine.
and actually your ID is new.
That's not. No, that's not
Yeah,
mine.
so-
I thought it's yours, or maybe your friend forgot it yesterday.
What the fuck is going on here? Honestly.
I don't know. It's not mine. I have no idea. No,
What is that?
this is nothing.
What is? Who the f is in my house? Hey!
This is not yours. Come on, baby. I don't know what's wrong with you. Come on, please.
Hey!
It's
Piece
not-
of
No.
What the f are you at?
Baby, you crazy piece
Hey,
of
shut up, I'm looking for this.
There's no mother here. Let's just go for lunch. I know what's wrong with you.
Everything is wrong.
Yeah,
You realize that?
What's in your head? Honestly, come on, baby. Baby, calm down. Baby, calm down.
Who the f are you? Go, do.
No, not that.
Hey,
Not that.
who the f
I'm
are you?
saying-
It's fine.
Hey,
It's
not
not what it
okay.
looks like. It's
No.
not what it looks like. It's not what it looks like. Look,
Yeah, you wanna go out? You wanna go out? You wanna go out? You wanna go out?
No! Stop it! Please! Baby, no!
All right. Now I'm gonna ask you one question, Maseko. What was the most shocking thing out that whole clip? Because I think I got something that I saw that was shocking. It's gonna fuck everybody up.
That he didn't see the bulk in the curtain the first time he came through? I don't know. That was just
Okay,
dumb.
that's your first thought. No, what was your thought?
Like, I'm not about to be hiding. This nigga jumping every motherfucking where.
Okay.
I can't, yeah. Like,
You know what?
nigga.
You know what fucked me up? Because if you watch the video, dude just came in the crib. He was chilling with bitch. You know, he was getting ready to fuck. He never took his shit off. Right? When the dude came in the crib and started flipping the shit back in the bed, he found another nigga's drawers in the fucking bed. That wasn't his. That's why he was like, what the fuck is this? That's why he really started flipping the sheets back. Yo, G, has the game become that fucked up where niggas is actually out here? I see you, Seiko. Are you? Is the game so out here where niggas is really fucking up that bad? Where your bitch got another nigga's drawers in the bed, and you don't recognize it. Because that's the craziest part about the whole thing. That was not the nigga's drawers in the bed. That nigga that was in the bed was just chilling with her, just came through, kicked it. The husband came through, but the husband flipped that shit back. It was some drawers in the bed that made the husband. That's what made the nigga start flipping the shit back behind.
That
You know,
almost looked like a damn setup. I ain't gonna lie. Like I know you doing some shit, so I'm gonna set you up to make you a
I
keep
thought it
up.
was a motherfucking shirt. As I want y'all to know, I ain't know what the fuck it was. I just knew. I just know he knew it wasn't his. That's all I know.
Exactly. If
He knew whatever the fuck it was, it wasn't his.
You got some new perfume?
Yeah, and like smelling like. Hey, she was quick on her feet though. He said, "You like smelling like a man?" She said, "It's unisex, honey." Oh,
let me
bitch, you
ask.
smart.
Let
That
me
let
ask
me
a
know
question.
she's been doing that shit before.
Let me ask a question across the board. Seiko, let's say you come home. You're in a relationship. You got a man, right? You don't come home and find no other woman in the bed, but you get in the bed and you move your feet around a little bit, and your toes get curled up and caught up in somebody else's panties. And you look at them. When you look at them, and you know them ain't your panties. What you do?
We about to have a whole issue. Unless it was some already agreed upon shit. I already know you got another girlfriend because we're doing the poly shit. But if it ain't something we've already agreed on, we've already talked about, we've already no. But see,
You can't handle
that's
fresh.
the
You can't handle
part
fresh
about it.
draws.
I don't believe in living with people.
You can't handle fresh draws in your bed that you don't know about.
Is they mine? You said they wasn't mine.
Nah, I'm saying you got in the bed one night and you just going to sleep. You weren't even trying to fuck, but your toes got curled up and another
And some
bitch's
panties that wasn't
drawers.
mine.
Yeah.
If we don't have a previous agreement, we
Mhm.
got an issue.
Big no. What
Mm.
happens if you in the bed with a motherfucker? You just so happen to go to bed and your toes curl up in some Hanes, some baby D's,
Man.
and you don't even recognize it at first, but you just pull the sheets back and you be like, "What the fuck? Got a nigga drawers around my toes."
Fuck the motherfucker up. And it depends on where I'm at too, though. If we at the crib, we live together. I'm just, hey, okay, we gonna deal with it. We gonna deal with this shit right now. Hey, what the fuck is the who's is these? Somebody got to go because they ain't mine.
Lita Smith.
So what's going on? Cause I'm not trying to hear no, they yours. This I just bought them for you. None of that. None of that. We about to
All
talk.
right,
Might be some furniture moving around that motherfucker too.
all right. Well, y'all know what we doing with the show now. We got a couple clips to get y'all conversation involved. Watch this next one.
Yo, you like bitch for real? Oh, bro, kink the
You like,
fuck
you gonna let me
up.
get that bitch?
Oh shit!
Lick this nigga whole bitch.
Oh my god! Nobody next to me see that shit, bro. That shit.
I've never seen a nigga embarrassed and being like touched by another woman that was not older than him, where he was being molested or some shit.
Tax time balling.
Where he felt like, yo, G, what was that about, G? Like, have you? I'm gonna ask you this question, bro. I'm gonna ask Maseko first. Maseko, have you ever been in a situation with a male where you felt like you were being overly aggressive with him? Like on any circumstance. Like, have you ever been with a male and you were like, oh, well, it felt natural to you and it was good shit to you, but you felt like you were being maybe a little too overly aggressive for him.
I'm a dom. No.
You a liar.
Just taking that nigga.
She a liar.
Just
She a liar, G. No, she a liar by her first words. I'm a dom. No.
And the only reason I say that is because
Every nigga that you've met has met
listen.
the wait a minute. Listen to the question. Every nigga that you've met has met the requirements of you being a dom and him being able to deal with you being a dom. Come on, talk to me, G.
Again, you said, has there ever been a nigga in that I have been too aggressive with? Now, if
Right.
you are somebody that is in my life like that,
Okay, I hear what you're saying. Okay.
so
Okay,
I ain't
outside of the dom
just
shit,
walk up on somebody.
let's take it outside of the dom shit. Have you ever met somebody that would you
Have I ever just been too aggressive for somebody that I know? I'm
well,
generally not like that. No.
somebody that you were interested in? Let's keep
Oh, that I
this
was
shit moving.
interested in.
Yeah, but you would he perceived you to be too aggressive, or you may have been too aggressive because of backgrounds and the way we look at things. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
because like,
I wouldn't say to my knowledge, no. To my
okay,
knowledge.
okay, okay. Um, I can't say that for me because I just thought about the way I said. Niggas thought about the way I said it and thought I've been with you. Come on, talk to me, Big Note.
Oh yeah. I did it happened one time. She was fine as fuck. And she was gonna give it to me, but I don't know what I was on. I was just eager like like my first time ever because I guess she was, and I couldn't believe, like, damn, this motherfucker really trying to. And that motherfucker got to looking at, she got to looking at me like, nigga, you acting like you ain't never had no pussy before.
Hey, listen, I think every
And got
nigga.
up and cut out the crib and got up and left. Like, damn. I was like, damn.
I think every real nigga that can give a real story, unless they're a special breed of nigga that just had a certain game with them, when they was born. I think every nigga has been in a certain situation where, for one, they felt the situation was too much for them. And then on the flip side of that, you've been in a situation where you be like, this motherfucker can't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know some bullshit. You can't fuck with what the fuck I'm on. You talking that shit. But every once in a while, niggas like us will run into a motherfucker that'll fuck around and be our every fucking desire. You agree, bro?
Yeah.
Or disagree?
Hey, Miss Shanice, I just gotta say something to her ass. I'm gonna beat you up when I see you. But when I talk to you, no, I ain't gonna say that because you might beat me up. I'm crippled.
What she say? What she say?
Oh, nothing. That's one of my homegirls, and
No.
I ain't heard from her ass in a minute. I ain't seen her on the show in a minute either.
I'm going to look at the fucking comment. I'm going to look on my phone because you know this was fucked me up, G. This let me know I'm getting old. G, I have never went to go get look at me. I've never went to go get two separate sets of glasses before. You asked me what the fuck does it mean to get two separate sets of glasses, right? I made the comment to the motherfucker. Yeah, there you go. I made the comment to the motherfucker. I said, yo, G. I said, for the first time in my life, I be looking at shit and I be having to take my glasses off to actually see the shit. I said, that has never happened with me before. That nigga said, yeah, you might be getting to that bifocal stage. So the nigga asked me, did I want to get my next pair of glasses? So I got two pair of glasses. One of them got the bifocals on and one of them don't, right? So the ones I got on right now don't have them on. Gee, when I be having the motherfucking bifocals on, look at me, sicko. Gee, I be doing shit like this.
Do you have the no line or do you have the line?
No, ain't no line about shit because I look. You know I'm a preppy.
You up.
You know I'm a. Oh my god, you already know. When I talked to the nigga, I said I don't want no shit where it's gonna making me look like I'm blind and shit, make me look like shit. Nigga, I got that shit. Now this is the crazy part. I got in the car, right? Because this is what they told me. They said, when you get this shit, you might want to wear this shit for a couple of days before you switch off and watch, put the other shit on. So I put the motherfuckers on, G. And I'm riding to the crib. And I just do some regular shit. I'm just bobbing to the music, right? And I'm starting to be like, yeah, this shit starting to look crazy. This shit look wavy. I put the other motherfucking spectacles on. And I had a whole different set of view through my face. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It took me like 3 days to get used to this shit, Jay. Niggas like, your glasses look nice. I'm like, bitch, you don't know I'm about to die walking on the curve, bitch. hey, check it out. We got 3 more clips to play and then we're done for the night. And we'll be done by 10 o'clock, young lady.
Sometimes I ask them if they think it's dangerous doing what they're doing, if they're worried about things, and they'll laugh it off, and that just pisses me off.
Right. And then you go ahead and you kill them.
Yeah.
All right, I got a guy on the phone who claims he's been killing prostitutes and he's wondering why he's doing it. Oh, God. So maybe he thinks I have an answer. Is this Ed? Ed?
No, this isn't Ed.
Oh.
You haven't killed any prostitutes?
No, I never said my name was Ed.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's okay.
What name do you use?
You can call me Clay.
Clay?
Clay?
Yes, Clay. Okay, Clay. So what happened? How many prostitutes have you killed?
12.
And you're wondering why you do it?
I have a pretty good idea.
Why? Did your mom beat you? Did your mom spank you?
Was your mom a prostitute?
No. Actually, nothing like that.
What is it then?
I think I just do it for the sense of the power.
Right. Do you have sex with them first?
Yes, and
then what, you strangle them?
once.
How else did you kill them?
Well, a few times, actually most times with a hammer.
And where do you do this primarily?
I've done it twice in a parking garage, and then the rest of the times on the side of the road.
And you're from the New Orleans area?
Yes.
And how, I mean, what do you beat them to death with a hammer?
Man.
That usually only takes once, and
Dude, you got to have a lot of anger in you.
yes.
And that means you're heartless. Did you used to kill small animals?
No, I've killed a rat.
Yeah. Dude, you're a serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And you get away with it, I guess, because they're hookers, and so far nobody's... What?
Is this Howard?
Yeah. Hello? Hello?
I didn't know this was Howard.
Yeah, it's Howard.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've never killed a kitten.
So how old were you when you killed your first woman?
16.
And you must be a powerful kind of guy, big guy.
I wasn't then.
Right. And when you killed your first one, did you go in there knowing you were going to kill her, or it just sort of happened?
I knew I really had it planned out. You know, I wanted to do the whole sending clues.
Right.
Oh, yeah, are you in...
to baffle people, but it turned out no one noticed for a long time.
Right. Like you killed her on the side of the road?
Her, that was the parking garage.
Okay. And then what'd you do with the body? You dumped that somewhere?
Yeah, actually. I think she's probably one of the ones that they found.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something. You were sending clues that you were going to do this?
No, I was...
he was going to
doing that.
He was going to leave like a note for the newspapers, and you know.
But you decided not to.
He didn't want to be famous or draw attention to himself. But my problem is,
that's what I wanted to do. But
but you did, but no one noticed the clues.
I never sent the clues. I never left anything. You know, I wanted to have my own little signature.
Right.
I wanted to thumb paint with their thumbs.
Oh, really?
What do you want to do?
Thumb paint with their thumbs.
Thumb paint what, though?
I don't know.
Oh, anything. It was in a comic book a couple of years ago. Just seemed like a good idea.
Like you take the girl you killed, you dip her thumbs in paint, and then you do like a thumb painting?
Yes.
On a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Now, after you kill somebody, do you play with the body?
Actually, the closest I've ever done to that is I always make sure I pay them and I make sure they keep their money.
Oh, really?
When they're still alive, but with one of them I did put the money in a compromising place.
I see.
But this one, you know, it had a penis.
Oh, really?
It was a guy.
Yeah, I didn't know at first.
So do you ever get, do you think the reason you're so angry is because you were abused or something?
No, I wasn't abused, Howard.
Where's your family?
You got a wife?
I mean, you got a mom, a dad, a wife, children. You got any of that?
I've got a couple of kids, but
no wife.
Not married to the mother.
You're a white guy?
Yeah, Howard, that's pretty funny because the only suspect they had when they started finding the bodies was a black police officer.
Oh.
Turns out one of them was associated with them.
Oh, really?
Are you on drugs?
I've done acid a few times.
So,
but nothing heavy.
So after you killed the first 16-year-old, like you finished.
No, I was 16.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
She was.
All right. So you finished with your sexual gratification, and then you.
Not always, no.
Not always. You don't even want to get laid sometimes.
No,
You just want to kill.
I'm just bored.
Right.
But does the killing sexually satisfy you in some way?
I can't believe Ed McMahon's not laughing.
I've eaten off thinking about it later.
Yeah.
What do you say?
That's about it.
He's pleasured himself thinking about it later.
Oh, he has. Okay. Now, how far apart are these murders? Like, do you murder and then, like, you feel satisfied for a while?
I don't even understand why I do it, Howard. I don't know if I ever get any satisfaction.
But how
the
often?
To gather anywhere was the same night.
Really?
You killed two people in the same night?
Yeah, but I went to Mississippi for the second one.
So there's no pattern to how many weeks or days between murders?
No.
Are these mostly white chicks or black chicks?
A fair number of them have been black. The transvestite was black.
You think there's some racial motivation here?
No, Howard. They were just, let's just say a Jimmy Swaggart town.
Jimmy Swaggart town.
Don't know what that means.
Me neither, but...
That's pretty much the area around here where the prostitutes all hang out.
I see.
And it's just whoever comes up to you. You don't pick a certain type?
I don't even approach them. I wait for them to approach me, Robin.
So that's like them asking for it.
Do you ever, like, look into their eyes and go, you know, gee, these people were just children at one point, and maybe they just had a tough life?
I've let a couple go.
You have? Like, what happened? You're in the middle of killing them, and then they what do they say? Why would you let one go and kill the other?
There was this one.
Go ahead.
I think she was probably really new to it.
Yeah.
There was just something about her. Maybe she reminded me of my ex-fiance, but...
Right. You somehow relate...
More of an innocent quality.
You somehow felt bad for her.
Yeah.
So you killed your first woman.
When was the last time you killed?
It's been a few months.
Right.
Actually, it's been going on a year.
So what do you think you're going to do? Do you think you're going to kill yourself? Do you think that
Are you going to kill again?
Can you stop this?
If I killed myself, I'd miss the next Batman movie.
Right. You don't want to do that.
No.
No, but in all seriousness, I mean, do you think that you could control this? Do you think you can stop?
I think I have been.
Oh, you have been for the last couple of months?
A year he hasn't killed.
Oh, a year?
Yeah.
Almost.
So why do you think you stopped killing all of a sudden?
I really don't know, Howard. Part of it had to do with my car broke down.
Oh, no transportation.
Seriously? That's the reason?
Well, that was the reason for a month, but after that, I guess it was all self-control.
Wow. But
So you don't want to do this anymore?
No, he wants to do it, but he's controlling himself. Like, you want to kill women, right?
Sure.
Yeah. And what do you like? Do you enjoy seeing them struggle as you kill them?
Actually, none of them really struggle.
Do you hit them from behind, or do they see it coming?
I can't get inside their minds, but let's just say I hit them.
But, I mean, are you facing them?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can see their face and everything when you do it.
Yeah.
Okay, big note. Can you hear me, big note?
Yeah.
Teco? This is the issue that I have with that. They asked him was his crime based on. He immediately said no. He said, like, shit, if I try to fuck around and jack off and do some other shit, it's like the next day. He had a deep, deep hatred for women. The same way he has a deep, deep hatred for women, there are women that have a deep, deep hatred for men. But this is what fucked me up about him. He said he killed 20 motherfuckers, so that meant he got close enough to 20 motherfuckers. So, this is my question, bro. How many people do we actually let around us that don't really mean us no harm? I mean, mean us no good, but they actually mean us everything hurtful, but we don't see it because we're so busy in the moment and not recognizing that the person that's with us means it's no good. Talk to me, bro.
I mean, shit, you got to do. It's about you, shit. That's what I say all the time. Because I had them. I didn't notice them. But once I started to change some of the things I did and made myself less accessible to the things that they was used to, those people just kind of faded away. So
you think it was more about what you were doing as opposed to the things that they were doing? This is the thing. What did you change? What did you change? What did you
changed a lot. I don't go out anymore. I stopped smoking cigarettes to a certain extent. I don't drink as much as I want to. I just smoke weed, and I started reading a lot more. I started to get to know a lot more about me.
Yourself
Just
knowledge.
my self knowledge. And start looking at things differently. Stopped being so selfish. Because I could see I was becoming selfish. It was all about what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it. But that's a trait of a Taurus too, though. Shit we do. We're a fixed sign. We like shit a certain way. So yeah, but once I've got it to the point where, I take accountability for everything. So anything that, no matter if somebody do something to me and it's something I could say, well, I could really blame it on them, but at the end of the day, like, why? Because I still let it happen. So, it's just a lot of growth.
Seiko, what's your think about that?
I think that was absolutely bananas. I also know that I think if that is the same situation that I'm thinking of, they actually, while they had him on the line, they contacted the authorities. Um, I think a lot of times we ignore our intuition. We ignore that little voice in the nagging in our head. We enjoy that uneasy or almost sick feeling that we get when certain people come around. I think when we do that, we set ourselves up. So if you don't feel like you truly know a person, don't allow them to be in your space. There's all kinds of people who call me friends, but there's not all kinds of people that I call friends. And there's a whole lot of people who know me, who will talk about how cool we are, who will talk about, oh, she's this, she's that, this and that. You don't even know where my front door is. And if you know where my front door is, you don't know what my house look like. I don't, and that's from the time when it was just me and baby girl, and she was very young. I didn't allow people, I didn't allow men in my house, especially. But I've learned, over the years, you don't allow all the females in your house either.
But yeah, that's what I was about to say. Once you get to the point where you recognize that 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 value point in life,
Mm-hmm.
there's a difference when you recognize the people that you have to apply that same value system to that value point. Prime example, you can wake up one day and say, I need to be a better person. I need to get away from the streets. I need to get away from dirty motherfuckers. But it's a difference between making that decision and identifying who around you is actually dirty.
Yeah.
It's a different process, even if you find out they're dirty, and how you gonna get away from them. Used to the drama of, but this is what it is. That nigga ain't right. That nigga ain't this, and they're not used to that process of separation. What's your thoughts on that, Seiko?
So one of my favorite. Okay, so for those who don't know, I love me some Baby Yoda. Absolutely, positively love me some Baby Yoda. But one of my favorite memes, that's just a Baby Yoda meme, and it says you can't cut people out of your life like they didn't exist. And you see Baby Yoda, and he's got these huge scissors, and he's like snippety snip snip motherfuckers. Cause I'm one of those people. I'm gonna cut you off real smooth.
Yeah.
But it came to, I had to get to a point in my life where that little lady that's running around in the background, it was all about protecting her. And then it wasn't just so much about protecting her, but because I don't believe in being one of those parents, do as I say, not as I do. I'm gonna leave my life as an example, which meant I had to cut some folks off, and not just cut them off, and even the ones that I didn't cut off, but I start feeding them with a long handled spoon. I had to make some changes and some adjustments in my life. If your spirit, if your presence interferes with my spirit, you got to go. If I am sitting up there, I see your name pop up on my phone, I'd be like, ah, damn, I don't want to talk to this person. And I do everything in my power. That's
You cut
somebody
them
I don't
off.
need to have in my life.
Gotta
That's
cut them
somebody I
off.
don't need to be talking to on a regular basis. That's somebody I don't need your energy interfering with mine. But that was also a part of getting in touch with my own self, my own higher self, and my own inner energy, and getting to know me and understanding what it is that I'm feeling. Because a lot of times we may feel something, but we will ignore it and we will act like, oh, I had no idea, I had no clue. Yes, you did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I agree with that.
Even if your frontal lobe, if your pure consciousness did not recognize, your subconscious did, and it was trying to send you signal. Now, whether or
That's
not you
deep.
chose to acknowledge, it's
That's
on you.
deep. Say that again. Either you're what?
Even if your consciousness does not acknowledge it, your subconsciousness does, and it sends you signals. Now, if you choose to ignore it, that's on you.
That's deep. Big No, talk to me.
Yeah, man, you gotta. People just, I'm just set on the. You gotta have. You got like when she was talking about the intuition. I use this. I've been using this reference lately, and people be laughing, but it's really the only thing I can relate it to because it's the thing that I love in this world. Food. When my first mind and my intuition tells me this is what I want, 9 times out of 10, I go get it,
Yeah,
and it be on point.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
been times before that I noticed that I could not make up my mind what I wanted to eat. And I would think, and I would think, and I'd really be wanting like just, oh, I want tacos. And then I'd be like,
And you
okay.
never be satisfied with what you get.
Then I'd be like, oh, fuck it, I ain't going. The taco place over here, I'm already over here. Fuck it, I'm gonna just go get me some chicken from Popeyes or something. And then the chicken from Popeyes be horrible. Should be
I get what
horrible.
you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
You ain't follow
I,
your mind. You ain't follow your mind.
my mind. Ever since I started, and I tell it, I say this all the time. I'll be like, man, ever since I started following my mind when I get hungry, like right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I leave here right now, because I am getting a tad bit hungry, I want a gym shoe. And if I feel like driving up there, then I'm just going to bed hungry because I'm not gonna want to get nothing else because I know it ain't gonna be about the right. I've had my mindset up. I started to leave nap and go straight to Chicago, get me a gym shoe, and then come home. So yeah, that going with your first, and you just got to start trusting, and that's pretty much what I did. You know what I'm saying? The people that I found myself, I was always contacting, I was always reaching out, doing this. When I stopped, like it was a point in time I didn't answer this motherfucker at all. I would pick it up, see who it was, throw it
Put it
down.
down. Put it down.
And really, to be honest, then when I thought about it to myself, I don't even know why I picked it up, but it wasn't like whoever was on the other end was going to make me change my mind whether I wanted to answer it or not. At that time, I didn't want to be, I'm not a phone person. I just didn't want to be bothered. So I just take my time. I sit down here. And just like I said the other day, when shit get on my mind or I get in a certain, I don't have nobody I feel like that I can talk to that I really, really can try. And I know people are always going to say, yeah, you got me. You can do this. You can do
Yeah,
this.
right. I feel you.
I done heard
Yeah.
that shit so many times and it always backfires. So now it's like, you know what I'm saying? I meditate, talk to myself, figure out what's the best options for myself, and I don't allow myself to get angry.
This is what I
Don't
learned.
allow it, and I
This is
keep
what I
that
learned.
negative energy away.
This is what I learned in response to what you just said about letting people close to you At this age, it's not about who can show you that they close to you. It's about who's already shown you who they close to you. When you're young, you're trying to figure out who your friends are. Because you're young. You fresh to the game. You're trying to figure out who you can trust and all that shit, who you should talk to. But when you get a little bit older, you don't talk to everybody. Seiko,
I got.
do you talk to the people that you talked to when you were 20? And matter of fact, how many people do you know from when the age when you were 20 that you actually have real serious conversations about your life with at the age that you are now?
4. One lives in this house.
I already know who
The
she
other
is.
one I worked with for years. One I've known since I was 6. The other one was my first boss when I went into the adult world. So I've known her since I was 19. So 4.
Okay. No, how many motherfuckers can you call on?
Can I call on?
Yeah, did you say, like how she just read down her number
I
of
got.
motherfuckers she can?
I got quite a few, and we've been solid for 20 years. Masako know a few of them. Tune Up, she know my bro Tune Up, and both of his brothers. But these are cats that when I tell you, she knows them, and she knows I've been knowing them for a very long, over 20, over. I didn't even have kids when
It's
I
been
met these
time
niggas.
spent. It's been time spent.
Yeah, my old man told me point blank. He said, listen, you won't never know who your friends are until you break bread with them.
That's right.
And I was like, what you mean by that? He was just like, break bread. He said, y'all might have to live together. And that's what me and them cats been through. Like, we done been evicted together, had to find places to stay together, do this, that together. We literally broke bread together. If I called the bros right now and told one of them bros I needed this, they gonna help make it happen. I got about, and it's quite a few of us in that circle. We've been that way for, like I said, 30 years. And them are my, them are my niggas. I fuck with anything outside of that. Anything outside of that, you have had to been in. I would have had to meet you from somebody else I know that I trust. That they know who I am and they know who I hang around and how we are, and we don't tolerate hanging around bullshit ass people. So if a motherfucker that know me, they know what type of people I am. I trust your judgment.
Let me tell y'all something. And I'm trying to think about how I want to say this next statement, because when it comes to my business, I trust Masako. It took time, and I say this openly. It took time for me to trust Kim. It took time for me to trust Carl, but I always had a particular bond with Masako, right? As far as business goes. But as far as me, personally, and I don't say this for no sympathy. I don't say this for nobody to feel no type of way about me. I feel in my personal life, I have succeeded in being a different nigga than what I was brought up to be and what my surroundings were, right? But in my adulthood, this fucked up. And I'm just gonna say it. I don't feel that there's nobody on this earth that I can trust as far as everything, that if I just lay it on the line and say, this is me. Motherfucker that I've seen walk this earth, they've shown me they bullshit, and they've shown they bullshit towards me. Now, whether it be a small smidgen of bullshit or a huge ass shot thrown at me. One thing about me is I've always been able to acknowledge and define truth. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people that care about me. I'm not saying that there aren't people that love me. I'm not saying there aren't people that, if I went through some shit, they wouldn't be there for me. But is there a person that I feel like if I went through something very extremely personal that I could talk to them about? I feel like I don't have not one person on this earth I could really have that conversation with. And I know that and I'm not saying that shit on no bullshit, but that's just how I feel. Like when I think about the people that I've known from my childhood to this day in my life, some people that have made it through that existence, but do I trust them? You know what I mean? Do I trust them with me?
That's the thing with me. I trust people to be exactly who the fuck they are.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I said, with my bros, like I said, if I needed something, I know my bros would be there for me. As far as being able to conversate with them like about life things, I wouldn't even go to them with that because they're not doing the same thing I'm doing.
Page. Right.
So
right.
it wouldn't. I'm not saying it wouldn't be do no good because it's not like they wouldn't, they have their own opinions about things. It's just when it comes to my business and my personal life, I want information from people who are walking a similar walk.
Right. But
you know what I'm
this is the
saying?
craziest part about the people that are walking a similar walk are 9 times out of 10 walking in a walk that we are not used to. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because that's the craziest part about it. Like,
that's cool. I need that. I need you to take me out of my comfort zone because that's one of my problems I'm used to.
But I understand that. But to a certain aspect, don't you expect the people that you knew throughout your life to at least support what the fuck you do? And this comes down to that whole thing about, you had that conversation all the time about the people that really support what the fuck you do aren't the people that you really know. They ain't niggas that fuck with you. Like, you might have a couple, but the people that you would really say, like, this would be the motherfucker that hold me down. I've been there with this nigga that seen me through, we done been through this together. But they don't see the vision that you see. Like, everybody don't see Big Note as Power 42. Some niggas see Big Note as being Big Note the motherfucking biker. And that's all they see.
And that's all they see. But the niggas that I fuck with, they know Big Note Power 42. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't the support thing. I've told people I used to get real upset about that shit based off what you just said. Like, damn, I'll make a post and motherfuckers won't even share the motherfucker what they claim they supposed to be, woo, this, that, and the third. Then I had to realize, like, a lot of my niggas ain't even on Facebook. So, I couldn't really get mad about them not doing it because they wasn't on Facebook. But it showed me a lot. Just dealing with doing what I'm doing. And then it shocks me a lot because when I think ain't nobody paying attention, one of them niggas always come up and be like, bro, you said you was gonna do that shit. I be peeping you. You be talking some real shit when you be doing your blunts and bullshit and all your little. I'm like, yeah, because it's taking me time to figure out certain things. That's why I didn't really rush it. You know what I'm saying? I just did it because even with I had the ass cap situation. That situation, I'm like, why the fuck do I pay for this motherfucker if I can't use it? Mm-hmm. Had to figure that shit out. Finally figured that out. So,
you need to have a conversation with me because, we had that conversation about what the fuck. Especially if we're talking about what the fuck we can, Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that shit. So it's like, and motherfuckers was just like, damn, bro, you really, you been, I see you been doing your motherfucking thing. You getting it, woo, 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 woo. I'm like, bro, that's something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I wanted to be in radio some type of way. And it just so happened this year, why not do my own? And that's what happened. And them niggas, my people fuck with me. But, I had to also do a wake-up call on my own end because...
Well, bro, go ahead.
Yeah, I had to do some self-check on my own end because they made me realize, nigga, you say a lot of shit, but you come up with some amazing fucking ideas, but you never follow through.
All right, bro. Check this out. I'm about to ask you the final question of the night, and I think it's best for me and you. I don't think this would have been a good showpiece for the ladies. Let's just say you got a baby mama, right? We all got baby mamas, right? Right. Let's just say you got a baby mama. And you at a point in your life where you can't really support yourself and you're living in your car. And this happens. Bro, please keep your eyes on the camera. All right, hold on. I heard that skipping, so give me a second. I'm about to reset my page. So if it was skipping, y'all get to watch this shit because this shit was crazy. Hold on, watch. All right, here we go. Try to run it again. All right, fucking, I ain't gonna talk about it. This bitch set that nigga car on fire, G. She set the nigga's car on fire. I apologize to everybody who couldn't see the clip, but she set that nigga car on fire in front of her crib. And then told that nigga what? You were smoking a cigarette. That nigga said, hey, you just blew my fucking car up. I live in that car. Now, G, would you feel a different way if you were living in your car and a motherfucker blew it up as opposed to you had a crib and a motherfucker blew up your car? Or would you feel the same way?
I'm going to feel the same fucking way. I'm going to want to murder a motherfucker who blew up my motherfucking car. Whether I was living in it or I would have my own crib, that was a means of transportation for me. And you took that away. We got a problem.
I'm going to say this. People, because I wanted to say women, but then I thought about dirty ass, bullshit ass, nothing ass niggas too. When you do some bullshit along those lines, you deserve every fucking thing that comes to you after that. There's no other way for me to say that to you. Like, if you go set a nigga, listen, that nigga said, yo, like, this is what y'all didn't hear. The nigga said, yo, you set my car on fire. I live in that car. I've got to go to work. Like, this is the shit he's saying. He just didn't bitch the bitch about her setting the car on fire. He's saying, I live in that car. I gotta go to work. Like, what the fuck? And you could tell, bro, this is what you could tell. You could tell that he was at her family's house. Because her family was coming out there like, just calm the fuck down. And, he wanted the fucking, bro, I don't know. And I'm glad that he did keep himself together till they got there. So that he didn't make it look like he was aggressive when the police showed up. But I don't know if I would have been able to be that calm ass nigga, bro.
I just would like to know what his relationship, whatever he was at, that would make him feel comfortable enough to pull up in front of her family.
No, I think what it was, he came to the baby mama's house. You know what I'm saying? He was living in the car, but the baby mama had a crib with the family. So guess what? That's the baby mama. He might, because they was young. It ain't like they no old niggas like us talking about, baby mama set my shit on fire. That's the nigga that just had a baby with a motherfucker. Probably feeling good about being a dad. And like, I want to see my baby. Whether the bitch was good for him or not, he wanted to be around her. He wanted to be around the baby. That bitch set the fucking car on fire, bro.
That's why I said I would have liked to know what the relationship was, because that's like, man, that's extreme for you for her to take it to that extreme. You didn't know she just felt. You didn't just know she just felt like this. I would hope. Now, I would hope that this was something you wouldn't have never expected, and that's why you did it. Because if this was some shit you was like, I can't believe I knew she would do something like this. Like,
no,
then why the fuck would you be there?
This was fucking me up because the video's not playing. In the video, he's like, bitch, you set my car on fire. She's standing in front of him like, it's cool as fuck, like, you were smoking. You were smoking in the car. He was like, bitch, I was smoking, but I ain't smoking no shit that's gonna get this fire lit up like this. Like, bitch, you set my shit on fire. Like, you just walked out here and set my shit on fire. She was like, no, I didn't. And then she said, well, and then the second the bitch said, well, I said, what the fuck you mean, well? Because she flipped that shit to, well, I set it on fire. And then she went right back to, no, you walked out here and it was the lighter. I said, bitch, you just said you set this bitch on fire, G. This nigga came out, like, cause this is the real scenario from what I see. Dude came by to fuck with a bitch that he had been fucking with that had a child with him. He wasn't even up to par where he could, make shit good for himself. But he was coming through to check on his kid. He wanted to see his kid. Or he just wanted to fuck with the child of his mother. I mean, the mother of his child. That bitch came outside and set the car on fire, G. You just could have told a nigga, I don't want to fuck with you. Nigga, you could have had another nigga, you could have fucked another nigga in front of him. Besides taking the only thing that the nigga had. Like, if you listen, the nigga was like, man, what the fuck? This is my car. Like, I live in the car. He's talking to her. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Then that story switched up a little bit later. Bro, how would you deal with that shit, bro? If a motherfucker that you looking at, like, they set your shit on fire. And that's the only means of transportation, getting to a job, making money that you got.
It'd been a fuck. Me personally, I've been in that situation before. I'm not parking nowhere. I'm not parking nowhere near none of my baby mamas, none of their family, none of that shit. I'm going by my family. Where if I ain't around them motherfuckers, I'm going somewhere where I could post up. I go pull up in a hotel room and just park my shit backwards and fall asleep in the motherfucking parking lot. I'm not going to their house, especially if we not together and we got a child together. Because I'm trying to figure, like again, I'm just saying, either she just flat out loked out on him, or he literally could not have believed that she would act like that. I
Bro,
can't see
they
you.
was big, they was young. G. They, like if you looked at the motherfuckers in their faces, like 'cause that's what I
I'm
did.
saying, bro, they could be
They was
young, but
like, nah,
at the
that
end of the
nigga
day, bro,
was
if I'm
like,
beefing with my baby mama, I'm beefing with my baby mama. I'm not about to just feel comfortable enough to be around you and knowing you, and you blowing up my car, bro. That's
okay,
anger. That ain't
check
just
it
no
out though.
regular
Check it out.
bullshit.
Check it
That's
out though.
anger,
That's coming from how old are you right now?
bro. Anger is anger.
No, I'm saying that's coming from a perspective of how old are you right now?
I'm 49. When I was
Okay.
29, I wouldn't have did no shit like
No.
that.
But
I knew
that
what
nigga,
level
no.
of.
Listen, what I'm saying. Listen. That nigga in that
All right,
video.
bro. You
No,
gonna
no.
argue me down about
No,
my
I'm not
opinion? What
arguing. No,
I'm
I'm
telling
not. No.
Yes, you
Listen,
are,
what I'm
because you
saying.
keep saying no. That's my opinion. I'm just telling you. At that, and you asked me at this age now. I said, yeah, but that's been something I would have been on back then. I know when we and my baby mama's beef. I know what type of beef we on. I know if I'm beefing to where I could feel comfortable enough to come around her, and I know if I'm beefing enough to where nigga, you better not show your face. That's period. I mean, if don't nobody know that, that's. I don't know what
This
to
is
say.
my.
I couldn't have
This is
been
my
around
question
there and
though.
she blew up
This is
my
my
car like
question.
that. Mm-mm.
This is my question. This is why I'm saying. This is why I asked you how old you are now. You can identify that now at this age, but at 19, fresh baby, which you have identified all of the signals and seen the signs and say, get the fuck up out of here. Now that you can look at and say that you would have
Hell
identified those.
yeah.
I can't say
I
that same
did it.
shit, bro. I can't say
You
that shit,
didn't
bro.
live the lifestyle I lived, bro. But when I
Nah,
tell you, I didn't have my baby mamas pull pistols on me, and when she pulled that pistol on me, I knew not to come back around that motherfucker no time soon.
I know.
My
I
baby
ain't
mama
had
done
that.
tried to split me in the back of my head with a fifth of gin while she was pregnant with my second child.
I didn't have that. I didn't
That's
have
what
that
I'm
though.
saying.
Yeah,
So I
that's a
had
different.
this.
It's a different
I know
conversation.
that.
Different conversation for
That's
me.
what I was trying to tell you. You asked my opinion. I'm trying to tell you based on my life. Yeah, in 2021, I dealt with that shit because I went through that shit. So
Nah,
I wouldn't have came back around to that motherfucker. Hell nah.
2021 for me, that was a different conversation, bro. So I trust me, I totally respect that answer after understanding the differences in our lifestyles. That was a different conversation for me. Well, hey, listen, bro, I appreciate you for coming through tonight. We about 20 minutes past the show.
Oh
I'm
shit.
about to roll a blunt
I
and
got a
go to
half of one
sleep.
left, and I'm about to think if I'm about to go get me a motherfucking gym shoe. That motherfucker's calling my damn name.
Man, I'm about to sip me some of this Terramana, G. I'm telling you, G, this Terramana, G, I love this shit, G.
I don't even know what that shit is, but I know what a gym shoe is, and I know I want that bitch.
Hold
And I
on, I'm
feel
gonna
like
show
I
you.
want to go get that motherfucker.
I'm gonna show you right quick. Hold on. Hold on.
Thank you, Miss Veronica, for still listening.
This shit right here, bro.
Tequila.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
Oh, okay, tequila. Yeah, okay. I thought you was, I ain't drinking on nothing. I want a savage. I want a motherfucking savage. My brother just came over with that damn Grey Goose. Get that shit out of here, man. I don't want that shit.
Yeah. That shit
I
feels
might
so amazing.
I
It
might go
feels
get me some.
amazing.
I might flip the script and get on some tequila. I've been trying to find something else to get on other than this Jack. Thank you, Miss Nada. Right on, Kimberly. Bye. Hug you too, and all that good shit. Yeah, I'm about to spark. I don't think I'm going nowhere. I'm about to go in here and I got something in this motherfucker somewhere. I know I can eat. I need to. It's too late to be eating. You do the same, Miss Veronica. You have an awesome night too. Well, what the fuck you was eating, G? I can't hear you, man.
You know,
Yes, sir.
nigga, I'm telling you, like I had some cornbread, some macaroni, some collard greens, some baked chicken.
Man, my homegirl before I left that base, motherfucker oxtail and shit. I was supposed to get my plate, and I couldn't because I had to get on the road.
Well, my nigga, let me tell you again, bro. I appreciate you to the fullest, nigga. Even though we're gonna argue at the end of the show.
All the fucking time.
Yeah, because you already knew before we started the show I was ready to argue tonight.
I told you shit. I be with the shits all the time. Arguing is healthy for me.
No, you know, but you know what I meant when I said I was ready to argue tonight.
Yeah.
I was ready to go all the way to fuck in, and I appreciate my staff.
And I just noticed something that it is what it is.
We're about to get offline. We'll talk about it, bro. Fuck y'all.
All right, peace out.
Peace, y'all. I gotta talk to my nigga. Fuck y'all.